Good people, what's going on? It's your girl Shells back yet again. Um, it sound kind of quiet in here, don't it? I mean, shit is normally this quiet, ain't it? But now it seems a little quieter today. Okay, so I'm gonna tell y'all that and the reason why in a little bit. But okay, so y'all know. Wait a minute. It's some real important stuff that I do need to talk about because there's a lot of people that's really in their doggone feelings, that's really upset because y'all realize the stuff that was done to me and my children was really it was really fucked up. It really was. Especially the fact that me and these kids is all we ever had. These men then up and walked out the damn door, didn't look back, didn't give a damn at points in time in and out these children's life when their mama been there every day. And then all of a sudden, this situation about this money, which is what I'm gonna talk about in a minute, came about. And then that's when all the rest of the stuff. I ain't never had no criminal acts happen to me in my doggone life besides, little petty black people drama or whatever, in between families. Not no home invasion, not nobody vandalizing my property, a vehicle. Like y'all, for real. I was 32 years old when it happened. Now, even law enforcement are seeing the fact that I have a mouth on me. So they just like, you know what? If this girl went 32 doggone years acting the way she acting now, and she say she done calmed down, ain't no way in hell, ain't nothing already done happened to her previously. That's just the statistics about it. Okay, let's just be honest. Um, but now I mind my own damn business. And once again, my mama taught me about property line, meaning don't go in nobody else's space. But don't think for any moment that I didn't how can I put this? Bargain with my mother. Cause I'm just like, you know what? It's a lot of motherfuckers that stay in their property line in their little area. And they do a lot of shit to motherfuckers outside their property line or even on the other people property line, but you want me to respect theirs. Like, mama, they don't work that way. It just can't work like that. Because all I'm saying is, why is it okay now? The only reason why I'm saying that is because back in those days, that's the only way confrontation started, you know, in front of folks, physically, on a 3D. Y'all know that what your phone work on? Or what is it, seven something or whatever? Y'all know that's like time traveling or something because if listen, just listen to the explanation. If you wanted to send a message long time ago, you would have to physically get up and do what? Walk, right? Then there came a time where folks started getting creative and started learning how to write, right? Then we had phones, right? Now technology is so extreme to we have you can text, call, FaceTime. Then they came out with something called Snapchat. So even where if you want to have a conversation with someone now, the conversation doesn't have to be detected after having the conversation. So it ain't like it doesn't even exist, right? Wrong. That was wrong. See, that's what the smart, stupid person did when it came to the situation with my child. Sweetheart, you gotta understand. These doggone people that create shit, they smarter than you. Hell, they gonna sit there, you know. Most doggone FBI agents actually watch Snapchat just for that reason because they know most of the conversations are deleted. So that's when, in the mind of a criminal slash pedophile or anything else, what other app would you use besides an app that's gonna make sure that the conversation that you had 24 hours ago is deleted? Huh? Oh, okay. I'm just saying, hey, I'm just speaking from a mentally ill mind frame, as y'all call it, right? Too damn smart to be stupid. Anywho, so they got all that situated. And once again, they had to figure out, like, okay, so if she wasn't right about that, then what was the point of somebody coming to her home retaliating with the vehicle? That's because I was correct, right? But y'all didn't do nothing about that situation. Now, of course, I'm calm because I know that y'all are doing something about the situation, but I'm just talking to the criminals in the back because they think that ain't nothing being done about it. Once again, I appreciate y'all services. I thank you for your job and your effort and all the rest of it. I mean, hey, it ain't like y'all ain't just getting all the information from me and just going and doing it. But What my mom used to say, two heads are better than one. Yeah, so I guess. Anywho, um, but yeah, for the criminals in the back, that's how they thought they was gonna make me out to be mentally ill. Cause she keep on saying that I did this and I didn't do that. Oh, it was also said in court that she didn't do it. But y'all know that she did, right? Right. Y'all see how calm I am? Cause baby, when I say all this shit finna explode. And I'm so thankful and I'm so happy because it's not just for me, just to prove that I was right. It's justice for my daughter. Yeah. Justice to get me and my kids back together because all of this stuff going on surrounding my home was the reason why I was supposedly mentally ill. The reason why my home was not safe, so Mr. Wyatt said. But once again, they was only telling partial, no, not even a partial of the story, like a snippet of. They wasn't even telling a little bit of it. They were telling, just that thin line part, in between, like something that almost agrees with what I'm saying and I almost agree with what they saying. So that's the little thin line that they was giving out, not actually the full story of what they did and also what was going on with me. Because in every one of those situations, I was at home. Yep, they was on my Facebook page trolling the hell at my doggone live videos about me explaining what the fuck people was doing behind the doggone scenes when it came to this whole money situation, yada yada yada. And first off, this situation when it come to my daughter, it really didn't even have nothing to do with me and this female. It had something to do with a doggone man that I don't even give a fuck about. Yeah, yeah. Like, shoot. I mean, after I had already told the truth about what was going on in their own personal life, well, that I wasn't supposed to tell. Matter of fact, because I wasn't supposed to know it. Anywho, that's when all the once again, didn't y'all see that she said if you want to play games, I can play games too? It wasn't a damn game. I wasn't playing. I was not sitting. I don't know why in the hell y'all thought that I was going back and forth with. I can just see how low I can get with just saying some mean, dirty stuff about it. No, I don't say stuff about people unless I just intuitively really feel like that's the truth. Honestly, I mean, okay, like scenario, and this is the scenario. I'm not gonna say no names, but y'all know this is what happened. I it seemed real funny to me that when I first met the man, the woman was just like, I'm not gonna ever ask for no child support from him, whatever the child is good. I'm just like, okay, cool. I don't understand no female that would do that, but to each his own, whatever. Um, can't be me. I'm just saying, to each his own when it comes to y'all, because I can't control nobody else. But when it comes to old shells, baby, nah, baby, because you partake in the situation, so you're gonna partake in the financial responsibility that it takes to take care of these children, which y'all men didn't want to do, and that was kind of one of the reasons why that was more gumption for y'all to do this stupid shit. Anywho, so it just seemed funny that all of a sudden, just random times, it was like she would always argue about money and stuff like that. I can't say argue about it, but just pop up just randomly. And then it was like other people was arguing with him about money. And I'm just like, all I said, y'all, literally, dog, look, all I said was, hey man, go put yourself up for child support. That's it. It. I promise y'all that's it. Because I was just like, well, your mama been taking care of her for a while. You've been taking care of her, kickback or whatever I said. And then, everybody in the world knows that she said that she ain't gonna never take you for child support. So that would actually let the judge know that you at least try to be responsible for your child without having the burden of whenever she call, you don't have it, or it's an issue, or just problems or tension or whatever, because that's what was going on at the time. And I'm just like, look, I guess everybody thought that I was saying it just so I can just like, I don't see how this getting somebody out the picture, especially when I came up out my doggone pocket to take care of what I can't say take care of, but did shit for the child that wasn't even mine. Yeah, like I came up out my doggone pocket. I'm just like, hey, bro, and that's because around school time, he didn't have any money to do anything for the child. So I was going and buying my children's school clothes. Everybody know the damn stories down below. What again? Yeah, because I was pissed off. I couldn't even believe that somebody would sit here and do some dumb ass shit like this in the way that I've actually helped. And then that's another thing. For anybody out there that was something, she ain't nice like that. She did, she this, she that. You don't know me. Apparently you don't know me. Because I'm nice to a certain extent. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I look at everybody as if they was me. If I ain't have, if I was a mother and my child daddy was messing with somebody else, she got all these kids or whatever, like, if I didn't have it, I didn't say that the girl didn't have it. I'm just saying, I'm just the other female. Like I put myself in everybody's shoes all the time. I'm just like, well, that would be a nice gesture. I ain't do it for her. I did it for the baby, for real. Because the pants that I bought, them white jeans that I could have kept for myself because they was my size, them was real nice. And I'm just like, well, you know what? I just rather give it to. I mean, I do that with my kids too. And I was like, well, I did want this, but you can have it. And that's just what I do. Anyway, that ain't the first man I did it for, honey. I done did it for other men that I wasn't even dating. Like, actually, not take care of their children, but if they say, "Hey, can you brush my child hair up? Can you do, yeah, like, can you go take my child back and forth to school?" I was taking somebody's child. I don't even know the doggone man. I just know that he was running late to work all the time when he was taking his child to Avondale. And I'm just like, hey, I seen you around the corner. I can actually just pick the baby up and take him to school, sign him in, whatever. And I used to do that, like just for people randomly. That's what I do, and I've been doing it all my doggone life. So blah. The shit that y'all did when it comes to my kids, that ain't got nothing to do with who y'all thought that I was. Y'all did some real low down shit that legally your ass is really in trouble for. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let me get to the real nitty gritty of the whole money situation and how this whole pyramid scheme plot shit didn't work. Um, yeah, ancient knowledge. Yeah, you got to understand that this is exactly what happened long time ago. Motherfuckers will find out you got something and plot against you, have a whole bunch of other people to plot against you, either try to take your doggone life, to take your jewels, whatever the hell you got. That's exactly what the hell used to happen back in the day. Like, it's just a revamped ass story. Okay, so this is the new age story. Once again, everybody know about the information that I got about the life insurance policy, blah. Everybody know that my door was kicked in shortly, not even a month later. Right. So, everybody know that I went to go get a new identification. Miss Sandra Freeman, yes, ma'am, you. You know that because you was right along in the situation. You was right there when I was putting in the application for a new home, all the rest of that. You know that I went and got me a new identification. Right. My hard copy never came to my house at all. And if it did, somebody took it out my doggone mailbox. Now, the only person that had a key to my mailbox is the person that was staying with me. Correct? Okay. Anywho, and a whole bunch of my mail, can I say? But I ain't saying no names. I'm just putting facts together. Now, that's for everybody else to decide whether you did or you did not do the criminal acts in question. All right, so after all that, I'm just like, okay, man, this is weird because I need my ID. Like, why in the world my ID? Like, I'm 32. I done did this before. It's not like I'm just young as hell. Like, okay, I know it's gonna take like 7 months for me to get my identification. No, like I know certain things. I'm like, okay, so what the hell going on? And then I called down and they told me that they sent it to my old identification, my old address. I was like, why in the world would y'all send it to my old address? And then I'm just like, well, when I moved here, now, when anybody move, don't you supposed to forward your mail from your last address? That's because I'm responsible, right? Because if anything came in the mail, any old bills or anything, that's not really what I did it for. But I'm just saying, um, you want to get it at your new address, right? I've been staying here for 6 years. 6 years. Six, actually. Like this month, six. Well, I think last month, six. Okay, so I'm like, all the rest of my mail been getting to my doggone address. So I'm like, I'm confused. Now, even when it came to that life insurance policy information and they said they was trying to find me, I'm just like, look, I done moved to Georgia and back. And every time I done moved, all my information follow me everywhere I'm going. But you mean tell me this life insurance information didn't follow me? Now, it's crazy because the police followed me to Mr. Wyatt's mama and daddy house where I was staying on 13th Street or East 13th, whatever, when my daddy passed away to notify me. So I'm just like, so they couldn't have notified me at the same address about this life insurance policy. I had to find out about it 11 years later or 10 years later. And now I got all these people coming at me about this doggone money that I don't even have. Now, that's where the criminal acts from my family come in. Boy, this is finna get juicy. Hold on. Because we got to build it up. We got to build the story up. Anywho. Yeah, and this is what I did on my own. Y'all wonder why the hell I'm always by myself? Because I sit back and I analyze every motherfucking body. I see whatever part you played. I had to sit there and I had to look at the information and see what the hell is going on. Just like this food stamp case, I called them today, and I'm just like, why in the world every other month I got to sit here and give y'all more information about my life in order for y'all to doggone give me some stamps, and it ain't nothing but like $200 a month. And I'm confused because the paperwork that I just got in October said that I was covered all the way up until September. So I'm just like, when the fuck is the problem? I've never had this issue. Once again, this ain't my first time dealing with food stamps. Y'all thought that I was stupid. Oh, but the pyramid scheme, when it comes to that, wait a minute, I'm finna get to it, baby, because in the pyramids that they had to build it up, right? Okay, so I'm gonna get to it. Hold on. Anyway, so that's what was going on when it comes to the whole insurance policy or whatever. Got that information. My door was kicked in. But I'm so tired of telling this damn story. This shit's getting on my nerves. Anywho, my identification never came to my house. Then in the month of February, my food stamps was cut off with me and all 8 of my kids in the house. Now, I was with a certain sister of mine, so-called sister, when I went to the food stamp office personally and took the information that they asked me, put it in the box. I called the next day, 24 hours later, and asked them if they received the information because, they may not have, but they supposed to check the box every day, right? And scan the information and put it in the system. The lady on the other side of the phone, now I got all this stuff written down from time frames and dates of what I did and when I did it and who I spoke with. So before anybody open their mouth and say I'm lying, baby, don't play with me. I'm too intelligent to sit here and think that somebody else that know they was doing some bullshit gonna sit here and actually own up to the fact that they lied about a whole bunch of stuff and you was trying to cover up your tracks or whatever the case may be, and your ass got caught. Okay, so I make sure I do my work behind the scenes, and y'all know that. Anywho, so I go up there with my daughter Sanaya, um, and I asked like, so what's going on with my doggone food stamp case? Because I got like hungry kids at home. Yes, Mr. Wyatt will sit at the doggone house with my children, all of them. Actually, I had to use his vehicle in order to go up there because my windshield to my car was busted out, of course. Now, I had already asked him to ride or follow me or can I tell him to bring the road in order to get the windshield fixed? In order to transport my children back and forth. That's the only reason why he was taking me everywhere. It's not like I was just crippled, baby. I'm taking myself. I normally take myself everywhere. But the windshield of my car was busted out. Once again, I still have those photos and I have the police report of when I called the police and told them what was going on. Okay. Right. So, me and my child go up there and I'm asking, not like a real black woman, but still kind of like a black woman, like what's going on? Because I have hungry children at home. And that's why I had to spend almost a lot of my doggone income tax money last year feeding my children for almost a week and a half due to the fact that we didn't get any stamps and I didn't have any information of why we were not when they got the information that they needed. Right. So got home after getting all that situated, all the rest of that. Called. Matter of fact, the lady that was sitting right there was, they said something about COVID. People was working from home, so people weren't answering their phone. So they was trying to see who was. Yeah, I got to put my book out in order to see the name of the lady that was giving. But I'm pretty sure the video down below will explain it because she gave me her number and all the rest of that. And I was supposed to be calling somebody that was important with human services or whatever to see what was going on with my case and why the woman told me that my information was in the system and why I had to wait a whole week and a half. No, not just for reimbursement, but I was just like, this is the inconvenience within families. Why is the people not doing their job? Why did I actually have to even call 24 hours later to see if they actually did their job, which is getting the information that I gave them in order for my children to get their benefits, me and my children to get their benefits on time? And then she lied and said that she did it, and then it still didn't go through. But as I went up there with my daughter, the woman said, well, I got your information right here. And I'm just like, okay, so what date does it say? And she was just like, well, it says the date that you told me you came up here. And I was like, correct. Meaning that's the date before the information was supposed to be due. So why in the world, what was going on here? So that was another issue, incident. I called the police as well, told them my identification was stolen. Sure did. Still got the police reports. And matter of fact, there's the video down below of all of them. So don't try to check me, baby. Anyway, Um, what else? Y'all, it's been so much. I gotta remember, honey. I got to remember. Now, in the midst of all this, I was actually going through a miscarriage at that present moment, and I found out the man that I had been helping, for the longest, when he wasn't helping benefit nothing in my doggone life, but also causing me and my children a whole bunch of hell and chaos around our home, was actually cheating on me, which I got confirmation of physically, with my own two eyes when he sat there and kept on deceiving me. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, now the thing is, in January, right before he left, he sat on my bed and he asked me what was going on with his income tax situation. And I told him, and I quote, nobody's filing my children no more at all because no one helps me take care of my children at all. I have to struggle. I have to fight. I have to argue with y'all men in order for y'all to do anything regarding y'all children. And that is monetary as well as time, as well as I don't have the same option to go to work and do what I need to do to take care of my children the way I need to take care of them. And then y'all want me to rely on the government to ask for doggone child care or somebody else, and I have to pay them out of my pocket when y'all are not doing anything and y'all are the fathers of these children. Only reason why I really didn't get into Mr. Hustler's behind for real because he made sure that financially he took care of his child. But I really feel like that's a low blow because he get money free from the SSA government, because he's mentally unstable. So I'm just like, it is what it is. It's $130, you know, from one child. But I still had an issue because, and even Mr. Freeman heard me argue with this man about coming and walking down the street just to visit his child so his child can physically know who her father is. Because I got tired of my child calling Mr. Freeman her daddy. I got tired of my child being hurt every time that man decided to leave because she didn't know that that wasn't her father. She just knows that she loves him. And I couldn't really say nothing because that's not his child. So I always wanted to make sure that my daughter had a clear understanding that men that your mommy loves or are with may not always be around. Yes, you may care about them. Yes, they may seem like they care about you, but it's never in a way where they will just stick around for what's best for you. Even at a young age, she may not be able to physically understand if I was to have a conversation with her about it. But, even with me not trying to keep her father in the picture, I felt like she would have understood that. That man didn't even want to walk down the street just to come and take his child down the street to his mama's house, sit here and watch him. Nothing. So that wasn't on me at all. I did my best. When it came to financially trying to take care of 6 children, so my children wouldn't be out here looking like rags. Even if I didn't have no money, I bet my kids look damn good all the time. I took my last pennies to make sure my children looked like what I didn't have, honestly. And nobody can deny that. Um, but back to the case. Um, yeah. So when it got to the point where my son's father realized that I was serious about nobody claiming my children because, I feel like folks just looked at my kids like it was a financial gain when financially I was in debt like a motherfucker. Like, excuse my language, but damn, like 8 kids, a household, my light bill $200 a doggone month, and then everybody wonder why she on prepaid lights. Well, motherfucker, when I was taking care of my kids, excuse my language, y'all, excuse me, I really don't mean to cuss that much, but seriously, taking care of my kids. I lost my job at the hotel because I didn't want Mr. Wyatt to keep on watching my child because I see how he watches girlfriend kids, and everybody know that. Even Mr. Freeman know that. So trust me, I did what was best by sitting on my behind. You know that he don't give a doggone about taking care of that girl kids. You see how he don't care about that. You think he was gonna care about your child? I asked you to watch your child, but you was laid up with the next female. You couldn't even watch your child. Like, bro, you act like, and then her, she act like I wanted you. Did I ever have any? It was it a clear? It was a clear understanding. Like, I cared. Hell, the world fucking know I care. But that don't mean that I can't fucking move on, and that's from anybody. Like, I got shit to do. I got a job to do. You think that I have time to sit here and think about that? I was going through a miscarriage at work while you was laying here. Them days that you was act like you didn't even want to get up and watch your child. You knew what I was going through. That man, dog, like for real. And then I got homies, like, by homies, our homies, want to keep on coming to me, talking to me about you and this doggone female and y'all situation. Man, I can't believe he did that and he done got her pregnant. Man, have you seen her? Man, I fell into that shit for a minute, but I don't even give a fuck what she look like, what you look like, what the action look like. Man, that shit over with. For real. Like, man, that shit, all that shit weak. You weak for doing it. She weak for feeling like she had something. The whole situation weak because at the end of the day, it's kids involved. You think running off with the next one gonna make you look like something? You know my responsibility was at home. You knew if you wanted to deal with me, you had to be here. Cause this where my child at. I ain't got nobody else to watch my child. You got upset because I wasn't no club hopping ass female, bro. I don't do that shit. And you knew that. So you got what you wanted. Okay, cool. But the fact that you dropped your responsibility just to have what you wanted, that seemed like a sucker ass move to me. I never dropped my responsibility for you, and you know that. Everywhere I went, when I went with you, when I first met you, who was with me? Yeah, and I said that. Everywhere I go, she go. Hell, you could have told me, hey, bro, so like we ain't together. And I asked you that. Because I mentally just wanted to get my shit together. If I'm not in a relationship, I'm finna be head focused on taking care of my kids and my money. That's what I was doing when I met you. And I still had niggas on my phone, on my line, and you know that. And I still paid them no attention because it was like, man, I ain't got time. Same way I do now. You sat there and lied like you wanted to sit there and give me a reason to invest my time in you. Yeah. You painted the picture of a person that you wasn't. I accepted all that. Matter of fact, you know that to begin with because what I tell you when I first met you, before even really even knowing you, didn't I tell you I don't trust you? Off the rip, I said, hey, bro, I don't trust you. I remember that conversation like it was yesterday. So that's the reason why I always watch my back with you, and that's the reason why you always had to watch me and my actions. So you felt like I was snaking you the same way you was snaking me, and I was just like, nah, bro, I'm just moving on back because I see. I kept on saying I ain't trust you, so every time you do something, it's just like, okay, well, all right. You said to begin with you ain't trust him, so he gonna keep on showing you why you shouldn't trust him. And I'm just like, okay, so I'd be a fool to sit here, but you want me to sit here so I can show that you ain't who you are, but it's obvious that you are who you are. And then the last finale, when it comes to this money situation, I was just like, oh, so you really the street nigga that I thought you was. Like, damn, dog. You know, but that's really against street code. You never supposed to cross your own family, especially not your baby mama. That's just like me crossing you. Now, once again, I got a whole bunch of dudes that try to get at me same way me and you started. Now, what's the conversation between me and you about? Uh, Hold on, I'm trying to pop my neck. Um, cause I could tell a whole bunch of shit, but I could tell nothing. Mm. I don't know why the hell my phone was just blinking like that, cause ain't nothing going on, ain't no lights flashing. Anyway, what was the conversation that me and you had in my room about my daughter, daddy? And I straight up told you straight out the hell no. Once again, if you can tell me that, why would I not believe that you could cross me like that? Especially if you already had another female in your ear, or you feel like you can get something from me, I pissed you off, whatever. Hell yeah, I'm gonna look at the real about it. Like, well, damn. But I can't lie. I can't lie and pretend like I fuck with you like you did me. I can't do that. So shit, if I'm gonna get that smoke, then I guess I'm gonna get it. That's what I did with all the rest of the men I've been with. This been smoke when it comes to situations like this. Like, all right, bro, do you not know that I had a homeboy that I used to actually do shit for real? This real story. Story time. We're gonna slide back from this little investigation thing for a second. Story time. Me and Mr. Wyatt was getting into it all the time. And I just couldn't take dealing with it no more. I called my homeboy. Now seriously, homeboy, meaning somebody I had never had sexual encounters with before. Now, this is the truth that Mr. Wyatt don't know, but I'm pretty sure it ain't like he dumb, or is he? Anywho, when we were staying on Ocoee Street, right before I moved here, right before we separated. I think it was after he took all the doggone bedroom furniture and all my furniture apart and set it on the doggone porch like a idiot. Like that shit had threw me off a little bit. So it was like we had made agreements, or should I say, I made an agreement. I took care of the children during the day when he was at work, and when he got off work, I would leave. And I found somewhere else to stay. Yeah, it was with a dude. You know, I guess that's my thing. But I'd rather it be with a dude than a female, cause I don't can't do females. Cause I'm gonna tell y'all about the female situation. The reason why I ain't got no friends, and it's true ass stories, y'all. I put my right hand to Big G and everybody else that's listening. I ain't got no reason to tell no lies, y'all. And instead of me telling these people names, I'm gonna tell y'all the folks that was around when the situation happened that would actually be able to back it up. You know, so I go. He's a dude that I went to school with for a long time. Over his house. And I think I probably stayed over there maybe a month, but not often. I would just go over there after, I can't say after dark because Mr. White got off about 3, 4 o'clock. So I would make sure that my children got home from school, got them something to eat, whatever. Then I would leave. Just to keep the tension down, even though that only raised tension in the house. But I just couldn't stay there no more. But anywho, and then I just wanted to get away. I wanted to be free because, baby, shit, I was tired. Like, y'all, I had been pregnant since I was 18 years old. I was always arguing. I was in this marriage that this man didn't want a doggone try to fix. I even said that I was gonna go to counseling. And y'all know I don't like talking to people. And this man was something like everything is a joke. Like, bitch, fuck you. Like, dead ass, like spitting on me, telling people I was a prostitute, like I was a stripper. Like when that girl called me and told me, oh, the only reason why I was talking to him because he said he was a single father and you was a stripper and he couldn't keep you out the streets. And I'm just like, bitch, I know I'm at home every fucking day. I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm at home every fucking day. I said I was at home taking care of his fucking mama and dad. What? I said, I know you. You're not telling me that he said this. And she was like, yeah, that's the reason why I went to Rogers and choked him out while he was at work. Now everybody know that because he lied on my name. And I can't take that. That's just one thing I cannot take because I could have been like that. It takes a lot of willpower, a lot of strength. Yeah, that's the reason why in all them readings, Leo come out all the time because I'm strong as fuck. I would never let nobody tell me what I can't do. I don't care what my circumstances are, my situation, what nobody put me through, and I'm getting to that. Hey, baby. Hello. Oh, get hung up. Anyway, hold on, y'all. Can you turn the music down? You hear me? You hear me? See, why you turn the music down? I couldn't hear. Why you hang up? See, why you hang up? That's because you only let the phone ring twice. Why it seem like you already got an attitude with me? What I do? Um, what you doing on the game? Yes, you do. You don't. You do. Oh, okay. Well, oh, I ain't gonna sit here and deny what you're saying because I don't even want to go back and forth. Only you can speak your own truth. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about it, but I got some cinnamon rolls downstairs and my phone is on the charger, so I'm finna get ready to go get them and ice them up and all the rest of that, and then I'm gonna come back upstairs and I'm gonna call you. Okay? Is that you know what I said? Man, you just be listening. You be listening slow. All right, now give me like 5 minutes. I'll call you right back. All right. Okay, so my bad, y'all. But seriously, you never want nobody to feel like you just don't care about them, and kind of don't. You want nobody to feel like I just don't care. No. If a man make an effort, then I put forth the effort, or at least actually give him some type of praise for the effort that he put in, should I say. Anywho, but yeah, all this stuff was going on when it come to Mr. White, all that. I don't even know where I was at. Anywho, um when I decided to actually go home, because that 30 days let me know that as a woman you shouldn't be away from your children at all for any reason, no matter if it's about a man or not. Like, you just gonna have to find another way out. As I was trying to find another way out, I went to Avondale. I told the people about the abusive situation or relationship that I was in. I ain't get no help there at all. Everybody that I turned to was just like, "Oh, well, that's your husband. You try to figure it out." Yada yada yada. So didn't get no help. It, ma'am, you okay? It pretty much just got worse. Um, but as I went back to my homeboy house, um, Mr. Brown, that's his name actually, but I'm not gonna tell y'all his first name. I was telling him what was going on. I told him that I was gonna get my stuff and I was gonna get ready to go back home. Y'all, I BS y'all not. Me and this man has never had any physical altercation ever in my life. This man literally choked me from behind. Like, I had to sit there and put my hands over my head and like hit him in the head continuously because he was choking me. Because I was trying to get my stuff to leave. We didn't have no relationship. No, this is somebody I've been knowing my whole childhood, forever. And I couldn't go and tell Mr. Wyatt about the situation because he would have just made it seem like I shouldn't have been there anyway. Maybe I should not have. But my niece was with me, y'all. My niece was with me. Um, at the time. And my niece had to watch this man put his hands on me in the room. I was in a room with the door closed. So, it was like a fight for my life. That's the reason why I tell y'all, men, I don't give a damn who gas you up. Understand, yes, I am a woman. But when you put a woman in the corner, she got to fight for her life. It's going to be either you or her. And that's just period, baby. And I can't let no man get the best of me like that. It can't be me. Okay. Um, so yeah, that was one situation with meals. That's the reason why I don't be around a lot of people. So y'all weren't gonna be able to get me on the whole ask her if you want to go over her house and all the rest of it. People don't come over my house, I don't go over people's house. For real, honestly. And if somebody do come over my house, trust and believe I done called somebody else to let them know that somebody's at my house or whoever house I'm at. Somebody's gonna know where I'm at. And most of the time it's been my children. And since I haven't been able to talk to my children, I don't go nowhere. Mm-mm. But there is always somebody that knows where I'm at, outside my kids with this whole investigation stuff, whatever. So you got that. But anywho, um, yeah. So another incident happened when I was with Mr. Freeman. He had left one point in time, and it was this um female friend that I had knew from school. We wasn't really that cool, but we was cool, you know. And she was going through a lot of stuff. She ended up Y'all remember when I said the gang stalkers, the ones that's being gang stalked end up turning into the gang stalkers? I be a shot not everything that this woman is going through, same thing, well, went through, same thing I'm going through right now. People try to take your kids away from you. You end up being homeless. You got to find somewhere to stay. You staying at your car, all the rest of it. Because that's pretty much what's going on at this present moment. It's just like Section 8 in the food stamp office saying that I got a whole bunch of money that I don't have access to. So whoever has access to the money, y'all really gonna get in trouble because I'm just like, look, when I talked to them, I was like, look, ma'am, I don't have nothing. Like, all these assets and stuff y'all talking about, ma'am, I don't have none of that. I said, what was the I said, y'all know where I'm working at? I was like, my job don't even afford me to be able to take care of my lights and all the rest. I still gotta ask y'all for and that's another thing. Y'all are misusing the government. Yeah. And you're trying to hold on to it as much as possible, but now we ain't gonna be able to do it because I figured it out. Anywho, that's the pyramid scheme type shit too. All of this is just all of it is together. Anywho, so yeah, I'm talking to her, whatever. Anytime the girl needed something, I came through, whatever, just chilling with her. She started coming over my house. Her kids started coming over my house, and that was new because I didn't have friends that come over my house. Especially not their kids and stuff like that. My niece and my nephew and my kids. It normally don't be nobody else at all. Um, and then I end up having. Well, she knew when I got pregnant with my son. So after I had him, she came back around and it was okay. She asked me. She had moved, y'all, by Highway 58 area. And she asked me to come back. She said she was finna get ready to come and get us. And I was like, all right, cool, because it was the weekend. The rest of my kids was gone, and it was just me and the baby at home because once again, his daddy had left. And I think my son was maybe like not 2 months old, maybe. And it was I just really wanted to get out the house. I had been in the house forever and I was just tired of being in the house. So we get there and everything all cool. Y'all know I smoke and I drink, but y'all know I can handle my alcohol with or without my kids because I smoke and drink at home, and don't nothing ever happen to my kids. I'm just saying, don't nobody run away. Don't nobody, everything is everything. Everything's all good. Matter of fact, my children prefer me when I do have alcohol in my system because I'm not like a military mama. Because when I don't, it's pick this up, do this. Why y'all doing that? Clean this up. That's how I am most of the time. So I wait till a certain time to actually start drinking sometimes, um in order for me to make sure they get the job done, because I'm just like, all right, now everybody done doing what y'all doing. And most of the time it's after they eat dinner or while I'm cooking dinner, because that's the only time that I don't go back downstairs, because I'm just like, look, y'all know y'all got to put them plates and stuff up, make sure y'all clean up that doggone table. And every time I go downstairs they never do it, and I literally have to wake up and start cussing everybody out every day. Never fails. But anyway, um I wanted a break, so I decided to get out the house. And that was almost one of the worst decisions of my life because I seen this girl flipping the fuck out, y'all. When I say flipping the fuck out, I mean flipping the fuck out. I don't know what alcohol or weed or whatever the case may be. I've never seen nothing like that in my life. When I tell y'all, her boyfriend at the time was my Facebook friend. Matter of fact, he's actually the father of another homegirl that I got that I went to school with that I actually know personally. Good dude, for real. He inboxed me, or I inbox. I think he inboxed me, was just like, man, damn, it's crazy how what she did, yada yada yada. Cause I seen this woman smack the shit out of him. I don't know what the hell he said to her, but she smacked the fucking shit out of him. And her daddy was there, and her daddy couldn't even control this woman. She's a grown ass woman with kids in the house, and she was supposed to be taking care of somebody else's kids. Y'all, when I say instantly, my mind went to protective mode instantly. It's like it snapped because I said, "Oh fuck now!" Like, as I tried to calm her down, that's when she turned that shit on me. And I had a son. I had my son with me in a car seat, y'all. I didn't have no transportation at all. I didn't have nobody to call. I think it was like 12, 1 o'clock in the morning after all this shit was going on. Y'all, I got my child. Um, I was letting her talk shit. I was grabbing up all that stuff, sneakily. You gotta let people know that you're not trying to do. You gotta plot. That's just like shit. That I go instantly in that doggone battered woman mind frame, because y'all, when I lived with my 6 kids, I had some bags of clothes and a mattress. That's it. Some bags of clothes and a mattress. I was gone. I didn't give a fuck what nobody else said. I didn't give a damn what nobody else was talking about. It ain't that bad. Y'all didn't understand what the hell I had been going through and shit. My oldest child I at least had been going through it for 10 years. So didn't nobody know what the hell I was going through. Period. I left. So I instantly clicked back into that mind frame. Um, I started grabbing me and my children and stuff, and I asked her to take me home. And she was just like, if you want me to take you home, I'll take you home. So I was like, okay. So I was watching to see where she put her keys, and I seen when she grabbed the keys. But y'all, people mistake me for thinking just because I drink and I smoke. Shit, at that time I probably was taking pills, honestly, to keep up or stay up because I had a infant child. That's the reason why I stopped taking them. Now he was 1 years old when he left, so that was a long time after I started taking the pills and stopped. So I don't want to hear none of that shit about see she was doing some drugs. No, I wasn't, baby. If that was the case, I wouldn't tell the damn CPS let the drug test me. That would have been a stupid ass move, okay, dummy. Anyway, but mentally, that's another thing. When it come to y'all, I'm finna talk about these tarot card readings because that's the funny joke. That's the joke about it. All right. Um, mentally, I never let nothing block my vision or blur my vision, should I say. I got a child there. Even if my child wasn't there, I gotta make sure I get home safely. Meaning, I will never overindulge in alcohol. I will never smoke too much. I will never take any type of drug that I feel like I cannot control myself in my actions or anybody around me and what they may be able to do. Okay. So that's probably where people be fucking up with me because it don't never work. They just like, so why it ain't working? Why she ain't drunk? Why I see her popping the bottles and shit? I'm just like, yeah, bitch, and I'm watching you like a motherfucker because I'm like a hawk. I'm talking about dead ass. The more I drink, the more I see shit. The more I'm aware. You know, I'm like the angry nigga in the club with the bottle, walking around like, yeah, nigga, like I'm having a good time, but yeah, nigga, I'm on point because I wish a motherfucker would. Like that's me in a female version. Anywho, so I seen where the girl put her keys. Long story short, I ended up grabbing up my doggone son. I stuffed my son in the doggone car, threw all that shit in there, and I pulled off and went around the corner without even fucking noticing. My son was not strapped up. No, he wasn't. I was not speeding to the point where my son was gonna be harmed or hurt. I did get me and my child at the doggone situation. The girl made a whole Facebook beef about it, and I was sitting there like, girl, I don't give a fuck what you say. I told you your car is at my doggone house. I left the key in the damn in the car. I told her I left the key in the car. I said I asked you to take me and my child home. I ain't had no other way home. I called a cab, but nobody come all the way to Highway 58. You got me fucked up. You over here acting all retarded, thinking she was trying to fight me, y'all. Literally trying to fight me because everybody trying to calm her the fuck down. I'm just like, hell no. I had to get me and my baby about the doggone situation. So yeah, I took her car. Sure did. And I came home. I ain't do nothing else with her vehicle. I ain't steal it. I didn't take nothing out of it. I didn't do nothing. I drove me and my child home safely. And I guess she came and got her car. I mean, I'm sure she did. You know, I was in the house where I'm normally. So I was like, well, when I walked outside and I seen that her car was not there, I'm just like, okay, well, I guess she got it. But see, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Family, friends, foes, hoes, I done been through it all with a whole bunch of people. Folks that I do stuff for. People that put me and my children's life in jeopardy. Because my homeboy, he could have choked me the fuck out and I could have been dead. My niece would have been sitting right there. My young ass niece, I believe my niece wasn't even 18 years old at the time. Yeah. On my birth mother side, because I was taking care of, her name is Shay. Cache. Anyway. Was in there. So that means my niece would have been there. But I bought my niece for protection when I wasn't even able to protect myself. I bought my son in an environment that I didn't know that I wasn't even safe in. And y'all wonder why the hell I'm always by myself. That's why. Anywho, um, all that shit going on, everything going on surrounding what happened with my kids, the doggone mental illness came from the fact that I flipped the fuck out after somebody asked my 9-year-old child for nude pictures. And I felt like it was a real low blow because it was a child that looked just like me. I felt like that was internally something that somebody wanted to do. Like, yeah, now I did this. Now what you gonna do? I'm sitting here like, so you go through my child? And then Mr. White, that's more gumption for him just to be like, yeah, now I got you. Because y'all understand that was a whole game for him the whole time. Like, it's always been some kind of way he can control me and my kids. And he don't really want me. It's not so much he don't want me in my children's life. It's just as long as I do whatever he want me to do. If I not fairness, but whatever he want me to do. That's trust and believe. I got a lot more stories to tell about him. Anywho, um, right. See, that was the whole reason. Not even just what he want me to do. Remember when I told y'all I was trying to go get my windshield fixed? When my whole front windshield had been busted out after I had already got the side windshield busted out from Mr. Freeman riding in the car and somebody supposedly had busted out my. even though he lied about the whole situation. It was the fact that he was fucking with a female, and I think he was trying to break it off, and I think she got mad, so she busted out the car windshield. So he actually lied to me and told me that it had something to do with me when it really didn't have nothing to do with me. But that's neither here or there. He paid for it. He ain't paid for it completely, but he paid $200 towards it. But shortly after, my front windshield was busted, all of it, and I wanted or needed my windshield fixed because how else I'm gonna get to work? I had to depend on Mr. White for almost everything, even for my children to have some food in this house. I didn't have a car. So when I called the police about getting my doggone child, Mr. White knew that all he could say was, "Oh, she just got a mental illness and or issue," and I think that I need to take it now. Because if these people would have known that I didn't have a vehicle to come and get my child, then maybe it would have made sense. And why didn't he bring me my child when I asked him to? Right. Anyway, but he only got that little bit of information from the police when I called about the situation with my daughter. And she said, if you call it, well, she pulled him to the side, which really wasn't to the side, and asked him that if I had any prior history with mental illness or issues, you can't do that because it would be in the system. Even though it was some stuff put in the system that wasn't true, because where's the paperwork saying that I had a mental illness or issue? And this was back in January, February, before anything with my children even happened. So where did the mental illness come in at? Where did the information? See, y'all did stuff ahead of time. Y'all did stuff too quick. Even when it came to this whole 1 minute I got stamps, 1 minute I don't. Now y'all got to understand, and this is what the police need to understand. It's some people out here, family, friends, foes, and everything else in between. If they know that somebody has something, they will try their best to eliminate them out of the system in order for people not to, and for them not to be on the radar, right? In order for them to be able to attack or do what they need to be done. hmm Now, my children was supposed to be my protection for the longest, because as long as they was around me, I was protected. Because you know, my children gonna either speak up about the situation or they gonna have to do something with my kids, right? Right. Um, that's pretty much the last bit of it. When the man gave them information about mental illness, then Mr. White knew that. Well, I don't even know if he knew that I was going through a miscarriage unless my kids told him, which that's probably another reason why he was upset, because he was just like, oh, so she finna have another baby out. He don't like the fact that I have two other children that's not his anyway. Um, so yeah, when that came about, and y'all, I understand that this storyline is legal people that's listening to it, and I didn't understand how many different charges that these people can get for actually doing all the stuff they did to me, and trying to sweep it under the rug, and trying to make it seem like I had a mental illness, and now trying to get me kicked out of public homes or housing when I'm not even supposed to be here anyway, due to the income that I have that I can't even touch, because they seen how much money was in the damn account. And I'm just like, look, man, what y'all want me to do? I was like, shit, I can direct you to the person that got it. Like, hell, I'm telling you who you need to go question. I don't have nothing. All I can give you is this paperwork right here saying that what I was supposed to get or what was supposed to happen, and it didn't happen. So if you want to know how y'all really got caught, you can't do that to somebody, because eventually the government. And then when I go file my taxes, y'all think they ain't ask no questions when I went and filed my taxes? If I'm supposed to have all this money, I told y'all this was gonna happen in the month of January and February, because once again, that's when everything started to be tracked as far as the IRS and money. I knew this. You know, logically speaking, anybody that got a brain is supposed to know that. So when it came to how much money was supposed to have, and I don't care how many times y'all tried to switch stuff and try to put it now, it goes back to where it was supposed to go to and who it came from. Okay. That's when they start realizing, okay, something ain't right. But then, like I said, when it comes to the section 8 thing, y'all remember that video that I posted when somebody actually put in an application for me to stay in a 2 bedroom home or something like that, that I never applied for, because at the time I had all my kids. So I'm just like, who in the fuck would actually apply? I stay in a 4 bedroom. How in the world would I apply for a home that I've never even seen before? And I took it to Section 8. Y'all know that my lawyer was waiting for Section 8 to actually see what was going on. Section 8 know that somebody was trying to fraud and actually steal a Section 8 voucher in order for me to be homeless, in order for the people that I stayed under to take me to court to put me out. Now look, we ain't got number 30 days for real until this court date. Can't nobody put me out in 30 days. Yeah, with the food stamp case, whatever. I guess I can find a way to eat, but y'all know I already filed my taxes, so it's not like I'm just gonna be hurting for nothing. I ain't gonna be just damn bad, broke, sad, whatever. I also have a whole bunch of people when I had to go do the mental health evaluation. It's a lot of people that reached out to want to help me in other things because they know what I was going through, especially Miss Alexandria, because she's the woman who actually helped out when my door was kicked in because the villagers didn't want to actually fix my door, and she said that it wasn't safe for me and my child, which I knew that. So shout out to Miss Alexandria from the BSL program. Um, much love to you, lady. Um, but yeah, like I said, I actually have proof of what was done to me. Now that's another thing, and I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. When it came to these tarot card readings, now y'all know that everything that I've already told y'all now, I already told y'all down below, but y'all really didn't believe what I was telling y'all. Remember when I was sitting down telling y'all that I really don't believe in tarot card readings? Now, I only promoted people because that was the storyline that y'all wanted me to go for, or y'all wanted me to believe. Now, it was a lot of truth behind it. Everything that y'all was really doing was actually being told in them tarot card readings. Now, the thing is, tarot card readings, in my belief, I'm supposed to say, as in tarot cards don't lie, meaning they tell the truth. But not necessarily all the time the people that's handling the cards are telling the truth or not trying to manipulate the story. I know that. Trust and believe. I go off my own intuition and I study a whole bunch of shit. That's the reason why I made them myself to see if we got the same storyline. See, y'all would have never been able to manipulate my mind with them tarot card readings, okay? So I just want to let you know it's a lot of them that on YouTube that y'all done got in trouble for trying to manipulate a story to try to mentally drive me insane on some shit that y'all was trying to do. All the while, y'all was just trying to get a heads up to see when I was gonna get some money so y'all could do some snake in order to get it, right? Right. All that failed because I did the behind the scenes work. And then y'all wanted people to believe, even if it was my story or even a true story, that it didn't have nothing to do with me because it was always Aries did this or Aries did that. Well, you know, the police and the feds realize that this Aries don't do shit. Mm-mm. And then in some of the storylines, it was like 5, 6, 7, 8 different Aries, and she did just like, well, how the hell, who the hell is this? These other people? Because she always by herself. And I'm simply like, yeah, in my eyes, they the fools because they wanted me to play the fool. Mm-hmm. Right. No, so you gotta understand the sign is just a sign. It's the energy behind the sign and who you're supposed to be and all the rest of that. So it's like, yeah, I study astrology thanks to my daughter. Mm-hmm. I lied about the whole thing. When I kept on telling y'all, I don't know what she's talking about. I knew exactly what was going on. And I'm sitting here like, okay, I'm reading in the energies, not the sign. And I didn't really care whether y'all said that I doggone set a house on fire or I blew somebody up. I'm simply like, okay, well, you know, you got to put work into that. Can't nobody just say that yeah, I use my mind to set somebody on fire, especially at home. Like that's just some shit that you cannot believe, right? Right. It's not possible. So I'm saying, like, I don't care what the hell them damn cards say, and I don't give a fuck who's saying what they saying. I'm telling y'all that the storyline is true, but I'm not the person that's doing it, so I don't really care. And yeah, I was gonna use it to my advantage, yeah, because that still mean that y'all was watching something to stalk me to try to do something to me. So don't really matter. And once again, them cards can't lie. You seen how my sister in the spiritual family, you seen how she was trying to fumble them cards earlier. Once again, y'all gotta understand people tell too much of their story sometimes. And the one that's being gang stalked, yeah, they normally turn into the gang stalker. Yeah, because it's too much pressure on them. I understand that. Shit. I could have did the same thing, but I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm straight. I just go ahead and tough it on out. So you wasn't gonna be able to win that way either. So for whoever paid them, apparently y'all invested a lot of money into the shit and y'all really fucked up. Then again, when it came to y'all kept on saying trying to pull a whole bunch of Leo cards and all the rest of that, trying to make it seem like it was somebody else's storyline. Did somebody kick in my Aunt Mary High Priestess intuition though? You know, that's what a surprise party is. That's what it is. When somebody actually throw you a surprise party, you know, either get you somewhere and try to do something to you or at least just, you know, breaking your shit. No, hell no, nobody did her like that. But don't I have proof that it was done to me? Didn't I have proof in my daughter's own words what happened with the sex video and tape? Don't I have proof that somebody over Facebook, some light skinned dude with a girlfriend, was trying to ask me to be a part of their whole situation? And I was just like, no, don't I got proof that where the video of the really nice video of me, the little snippets that y'all was seeing, um, who it actually went to? Yeah, so don't sit here and try to play with me, baby. Now it's only one me. I don't give a damn how many people y'all sit there and try to give my storyline to. Everything that's about me is copy. It's my life, and I have the proof and documentation of it. And so does my lawyer. So good luck trying to figure all that shit out, even with the government. Now y'all trying to snake them and all the rest of that because y'all really got somebody living up under them for free when y'all trying to steal their doggone money. Y'all just trying to buy yourself some time in order to knock me off. Ain't that some shit? Boy, I'm telling you, y'all ain't nothing. But let me get off here before I get in trouble. Um, and if anybody wondering, no, that's not my man. It's just a man that's interested in me. So I feel like because he's giving me his time is very valuable. So I'm finna get back to that, and I'm finna let y'all see how y'all can make y'all time valuable. Cause right now, how can I put it? The clock has started. Like in a race, like the little speed clock thingy. It's like soon as I mash the stop button, top time click. Time clock thingy. Y'all know what the fuck I'm saying. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a doggone wonderful day. It has been a lovely rainy day in the neighborhood. Um, yeah, I thought I was gonna be able to eat good in the neighborhood today for real because I thought I was gonna get my stamps today, but I did not. So I mean, I had to eat what I had to eat because I had bills to pay. That's another thing. I don't understand how the hell y'all expect somebody to live off $1,000 a month if that's how much I'm working for. Like at a job when I'm supposed to pay rent, I have to pay a phone bill, I have to have household supplies, I got to pay, um, groceries and stuff like that. That don't even add up. So that was another thing. Like y'all wanted somebody to be broke, which that's the only thing my sister spiritual advisor LLC did say. I feel her on that one. But I can't say she didn't put the work in. I don't know what was going on in her life, but all the stuff that made me be in a predicament that I'm in, that's due to other individuals and what they was trying to get done. I don't know her situation and what happened, so I can't say. But all I do know is my story is my story, and can't nobody copy that, baby. Because once again, that's only one me. All right. Have a great day. Bye.